Welcome back to the Tennis with Ray channel. Today I thought it would make sense to complement my other backhand video with a forehand video. So this video is going to be about what the D1 forehand looks like and what are the different types of forehands in tennis. To start the video is no matter who you are, what racket you play with, what country you play with, what level player you are, there are two types of forehands. There is essentially like a Spanish type of forehand, which has lots of spin that moves the opponent around. And then there is a second type, which is more of like, I don't know, I guess European or Russian forehand, where you think about Rublev, that's just like blasting and you're really using it as a weapon. But whatever you do, forehand, no matter what, has to be a weapon, no matter how you apply it. So today, to start the video, we're just gonna go over a little bit of it on the technique of the forehand. So to start off with a technique. All right, so a little bit on the technique. So this is not gonna be a complete forehand technique lesson because that would be a 4-hour video probably, but I'm gonna go over a few key points. Number one key point, so something that it said on the backhand is like no loops and that kind of stuff. So on the forehand, yes, absolutely a loop. But a loop doesn't mean your racket goes up. A loop means your whole arm kind of goes up into the back, right? So the movement on the forehand is initiated with the elbow going away from the body and up. Now, when you have the racket in this kind of position, you have the left shoulder, left arm kind of picking everything up so that you're nice and free in your upper body, nice and relaxed. Now, as you kind of swing for the ball, your racket ideally should point towards the back fence, right? So you might as well be somewhat parallel to the back fence. Now, it's not a always rule because the speed in tennis is always changing, and especially on things like fast courts, like hard court, sometimes you just don't have like a full the time to do a full swing, right? Especially if you're hitting on the ball on the right, which is what you're supposed to do in the forehand as much as you can. Now, the movement here is initiated really simply. You bringing the racket forward to the contact point, which is usually right in front of the leg which you made the last step with, right? So here, once you build up the tension in your forearm, right, you're leading with the butt cap, and that's where you accelerate the racket. And I'm not going to go over the details of acceleration, but essentially the finishing movement should be with the tip of the racket pointing towards the direction where you're trying to hit the ball, and your racket finishing up above your shoulder. So that's kind of like the general technique with some key points. Now let's go over a footwork. Open stand on the forehand, like I said, most of the time. But see, in my next practice here, where I think the power of the forehand comes from is when you meeting the ball on the rise, right? So when the ball is rising and you try to get the ball early, that's what I'm gonna try to show you next in this warm-up, because the reason why it's so important is because you're taking the time away from your opponent. That shot right there, if you look at the pro level, they try to utilize it as much as possible by standing as close as possible to the baseline. That involves very precise timing and very precise forward. So let's check it out. next drill is to build an aggressive attacking forehand. We'll be hitting 3 forehands. One, first ball I'm gonna hit to the back to the Ben's backhand. Second is that he's gonna reply me back to the middle. I'm attacking his backhand. And the third, he's gonna pull me off wide. I'm gonna run around for the forehand and switch the line, and that's where the point is gonna start. Alright, now we're going to play a tiebreak where I'm going to serve the whole time from to 10. The objective here is utilize forehand as much as possible, especially taking the first ball after the serve when the Ben returns, taking that ball on the forehand. No, patient. Oh, come on, get your shit together. It's mental. You gotta get out, play.